有的小酸，所以今天我们要来看这个，这是一位 YouTuber，国外 YouTuber 对就是强尼戴普对跟安博的诉讼的中东的说法。如果你们不知道的话，今天6月2号其实刚刚这诉讼刚结束，然后强尼戴普赢了。
The Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard trial finally concluded today, which I know is great news for people who are just tired of hearing about it. I'm not one of those people. I was actually captivated by this anime here because it was treated like an actual circus.
对，他说这段没有中文自动翻译，不过基本上就是整个 trial 整个审判其实蛮像一个你可以追的剧，对，蛮像一个动画剧的感觉。然后你可以看大家在那边讲话啊，有的没的说他做什么事什么之类，有点像一个法庭剧吧，或许可以这样讲。
It was an unbelievable spectacle. Everything was super public, and it even had its own line of comic relief characters from Amber Heard's legal team.
漫画浮雕人物是漫画喜剧人物，对，就是因为是 Google 自动翻译的问题。那其实基本上，Amber Heard 提出来的证词有些都非常的诡异啦。然后我觉得他的律师其实有点也不知道该怎么办，所以就是变成他们能够努力的东西也没有那么多，所以导致那些人都变成一些就变得像是笑料那样笑柄啊。
The actual subject matter of the trial was very serious and no laughing matter, but as the trial continued, it became nothing but a laughing matter. Anytime Amber Heard's lawyers would say anything, they made fools of themselves. They were like court jesters. They would object to their own statements, screaming hearsay anytime someone even opened their mouths. They said hearsay so often that word started to lose meaning to me.
所以基本上那些 Amber Heard 的律师 AH 的律师，其实在就基本上在证人陈述的时候，你可以就是说反对怎样怎样，然后就是让他们不要再继续说下去。然后反正就是他们如果那些证人开始说一些对他们就是没有好处的证言的时候，他们就会开始疯狂反对之类的啦。不过其实就我觉得，因为法官其实还算蛮公正的，所以其实只是他们会疯狂反对，就是让一些人觉得就是很难受吧，然后大家都觉得说他们为什么要一直这样疯狂反对这样。不过基本上就是 AH 的律师有点被逼到墙角啦，就他们原先就在打一场感觉很难获胜的仗的感觉，所以导致他们就是有种花招尽出的感觉。
I swear to God, they said hearsay more than they said the word the. It was wild. There was even a time when one of the lawyers said to someone on the stand that you're only here for your 15 minutes of fame, and then got absolutely dunked on for it. They
被彻底关了，就是基本上就是他对那个证人说：“你是不是来这边享受你的网络15分钟成名的15分钟热度？”那他就说：“没有，我也可以对你说同样话什么之类，反正就是被反将了一军。”
Fools of themselves. They even coined a new term with a megapint, saying that Johnny Depp poured himself a megapint of wine or whatever, and it got the whole court laughing at them. And
就基本上就是其实因为这个审判是完全公开在网络上，所以其实全世界的人都在看这个审判，然后就基本上英语世界吧，几乎很多人都在看这个审判。就是你可以看到在 Twitch 上面或者在 YouTube 上面，有很多在看这个审判的实况主或是其他的实况台，然后所以从这个审判之中也产生了非常多迷因，其中一个就是 Mega Pint， 就是 Pint 原先就是那种喝酒的一小杯的那种感觉，那 Mega Pint 就是大大的一小杯的这种讲法，反正就是一个很尴尬的讲法啦。然后就他们说强尼戴普喝了一个 Mega Pint， 就好像要特别强调他喝了很多酒一样，可是又其实是一个 pint， 又是一个小杯的东西，我不大确定啊。不过我理解是这样。
and it got every lawyer on the internet doing a giant belly laugh like Santa Claus at them. They were just an absolute joke. But by far the biggest joke was on Amber Heard, who was literally paying them to embarrass themselves. She was basically just paying huge fees to birthday party clowns in court to represent her. It was just such a...
其实他的律师是很强的律师啊，就是应该是北美前10名的律师，就是 MAH 请的律师，其实是很强律师。而我认为大概他的案子大概原先就很站不住脚，或者是 AH 对他的律师说谎，或者是怎么样，就是有点，所以他律师变成就有点难为他辩护了。
a wacky ride. Like, one of the pieces of evidence against Amber Heard was that she took a shit in Johnny Depp's bed and then blamed the dog. And then they showed a picture of the poopy on...
对，你没有看错，他强尼戴普床上有一坨屎，而且还有那个屎的照片。真的超寒。
on the bed, just a steaming, smudged pile of shit on the bed. And then that gave Amber Heard the new name Amber Turd, which was then brought up in court.
所以大家就开始叫他 Amber Turd 就是大便的意思。
3 times. They brought in a Twitter expert to analyze trending hashtags, one of them being Amber Turd, which...
所以好像那个 AH 的 team 那个法律团队还找了一个人来，就是提到这个词啊，反正就是很憨。
They referenced 3 times throughout the segment, just on full display for the whole court to laugh at. Blows my mind. But anyway, when they did get to the serious stuff, the domestic abuse claims, the evidence they used to support those claims was shady at best. So all of the evidence that they used to build all of this shit against Johnny Depp for being a wife-beating abuser, a horrible, evil person, all of that evidence finally hit the public's eye and was heavily criticized and analyzed. And as the trial continued, it became less and less reliable. And Amber Heard was caught in multiple lies. It was a very sketchy set.
这边是
And
反正就是
Amber Heard
AH
was
讲了很多很憨的谎话的感觉。他有讲过说什么他的狗踩到一个蜜蜂上，在他的证言里面，非常的诡异。然后有说什么他被打到，他被揍到地毯上之后，然后那个地毯很舒服还是什么鬼的，反正就有一堆莫名其妙的细节啊。然后他的证言之外，他的那些证物，就是他比如说被揍的照片，就他的照片完全没有任何一张他就是真的比庆怜这种照片，然后那些看起来有青一块照片后来都被找出来是有经过修图软体过，但就是无法真的成为一个很有力的说辞。
caught in multiple lies. It was a very sketchy set of evidence, and eventually the jury sided with Johnny Depp today. They awarded him $10 million in compensatory damages as well as $5 million in punitive damages, which is capped at $350,000. So he didn't get the full $5 million there, but he will be getting $350K. And he basically won the entire defamation case. However, Amber Heard did win on one of her claims for her countersuit and was awarded $2 million for the statements that Waldman had made about
Waldman 是强尼戴普的律师，然后他说了一些憨话，所以他说就是反正他就有点另外一种诽谤的东西。
So she won a very small component. However, Johnny Depp won the overall defamation case. And like I said from the very beginning, I don't think Johnny Depp gives a fuck about the money. He wipes his ass with $10 million.
他不认为强尼戴普就是那么在意被赔了多少钱之类的。
That means nothing to him. I think this really was about him just clearing his name in the public eye, which he did triumphantly. You'd have to travel 1,000.
就是原先强尼戴普想要提出这个诉讼，就是想要在公众的视野中，就是清除他的名誉啦。因为原先就是因为那个报道出来之后，大家就觉得他真的有干这种事，然后其实这个审判就是为了要来稍微帮他清理，叫什么洗白。
1,000 miles to a place without internet and cell phone service to find someone who didn't at least know about the trial.
我猜其实蛮多人 华语区的人应该也都不知道这个审判的事情啊。不过我可能是错了。
And the majority of people that were watching it sided with Johnny Depp. Once all of this evidence came into the court and the public
在 Twitter 上面有16 billion 的跟就是为强尼戴普争取正义的推，然后只有大概8 million 是站在 Amber Heard 这一方。稍微提一些数据给大家看一下。
eye and they analyzed it and really got into the meat of it. People then started siding with Depp and his team because the evidence against him was so fucking sketchy. And this led to a lot of people literally like worshiping Johnny Depp, like kissing his feet and all of that shit. It got like kind of crazy. And I want to make my position clear here. I've said this before, but I want to say it again. I don't think Johnny Depp is some infallible saint who would rush into a burning building to save children's lives or something like that.
其实每个人都是人啦，我不认为有任何那种毫无缺点的圣人这种东西存在啦。不过强尼戴普是有可能冲进燃烧的建筑物里面拯救儿童的生命之类的，不过可能不会。
I don't think that he's perfect or anything.
没有人是完美的。
But there is no evidence to suggest that Johnny Depp is an abuser. None of his exes have ever said anything like that or brought anything forward against him like that. All the evidence Amber Heard used against him wasn't really substantial evidence. It wasn't like
有些虎伯听到就是 Amber Heard
super credible. It was proven in court that it was walked through editing software at the very least. So there's no real evidence to suggest that Johnny Depp is an abuser in any way. So I do think today that justice was served. As one person in Twitch chat said,
抽去聊天室，土气聊天室。
Amber Heard made her bed and it was time she shit in it. And that's exactly what happened here. The only things Johnny Depp was found guilty of are sleeping in weird positions, spilling ice cream, dabbling in drugs, which isn't exactly like a stunning revelation that's going to have people gasping and recoiling in their chair.
你们现在是不是难以置信的在椅子上喘着粗气和后退？总而言之，其实在好莱坞好像蛮多名人都会用毒品的，没有错。
Disbelief. I think everyone ever knows that pretty much all Hollywood celebrities do drugs, so that wasn't exactly shocking. And
而且毒品其实在美国还蛮泛滥的。
also, he sent really cringy, edgy text messages to people about Amber Heard.
前卫短信其实前卫这个翻译其实蛮诡异的，反正就是有点不落俗套嘛，这个这样讲很奇怪。反正就是 edge 啊，就是 edge 就是有点在边缘，有点边缘人短信，可能是这样讲吧，就是很难翻 ，edge 其实很难翻。
And yeah, the text messages were kind of weird and read like some shit you'd find on an obscure Tumblr blog from some edgy teenager. But that's it. Gross, weird text messages and sleeping. Those were the only things that he was confirmed to be guilty of. Nothing abusive has been confirmed with any actual evidence to support it from
他的短信其实看起来很像是一个被虐待很久的人在跟他的朋友抱怨的那种感觉。
this trial. I'd also like to say I'm really tired of the people that just sit in the middle without doing any amount of research and say, I think we can all agree that they both abused each other. I completely disagree. There is no evidence to suggest Johnny Depp has abused Amber Heard or anyone in his past. Meanwhile, there is evidence to suggest that Amber Heard has abused Johnny Depp. She had literally even said it on audio that she has hit him before. And then with the entire severed finger thing, there's just plenty of evidence to support that claim, but none for the claim that Johnny Depp is an abuser.
H 真的有在那个录音上面有讲过，说他有打强尼戴普，然后他是说揍强尼戴普嘛，然后他说不是，我这不是在揍你，这是在打你之类的，看你要怎么翻译 punch 跟 hit， 就是差不多意思。
So I don't like that perspective, and I equally don't like the media trying to spin this as a really bad thing for women. I've already seen plenty of articles illustrating how dangerous this is for women who are survivors of domestic abuse. Amber Heard losing this means that no one's ever gonna believe women again. No, that's fucking outrageous that you would even say something as disgusting as that and then print it. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with an individual lying to ruin someone's life in a completely malicious way.
双重撒谎以一种完全恶意方法毁掉某人生活，反正就是对啊，双重就是撒谎啦，没有双重撒谎。
And it was proven in court that she lied multiple times about multiple things. This has nothing to do about not believing women. This has to do with one person who happens to be a woman that told these lies and got blasted for it legally. And I'm so tired of that fucking spin on it. Now, I do think this is a good thing for male survivors of domestic abuse because for many years, people just looked at that as like a comical haha goof. Men can't be victims of domestic abuse. There was even a goddamn episode on Dr. Phil where a guy who was being abused by his girlfriend was brought on, and Dr. Phil, to his face, said that he probably deserved it and to toughen up, and it's his fault he's getting abused by his girlfriend. And
只是这个在华人圈应该更为真实啦 ，more true 就是大家都会觉得男的不可能会被虐待或不能被性侵什么的。
There was also that case where Terry Crews came forward with his accounts of being sexually assaulted, and people on the internet attacked him for it, like toughen up. This isn't real sexual assault. Men can't be sexually assaulted.
不过其实就我们之前也有一些其他的例子啦，就比如说我真要讲吗？叫什么博的他有说他被性侵过，然后大家就觉得说，哦，你不是人，你怎么可能会被性侵？
It's disgusting, and I think this case does help bring light to the fact that men can be victims of domestic abuse. And in one of Amber Heard's audio logs, she even hints at the idea that no one's going to believe a man is the victim of domestic abuse.
他 AH 甚至说叫强尼戴普去跟世界上所有人说他被虐待过，然后看到底有没有人会相信他。然后强尼戴普真的做这件事，然后看起来大部分人是相信他有被虐待的。
It's fucking gross, and I'm really tired of that perspective. I've said this for a long time. That shit makes me angry. Men and women can both be victims of domestic abuse. Yes, it is probably more common in women, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible for men to be abused as well. And this has nothing to do with men versus women. This case just had to do with a man who happened to be likely the victim of domestic abuse, being attacked by his ex-wife and having his life ruined and completely shut down because of false claims and allegations made against him by her. This has nothing to do with not believing women. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to briefly talk about this since I actively followed the trial like everyone else. And since it's concluded now, just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's really all. So yeah, the Johnny Depp
就这样。那你们有看这个审判吗？其实他这个怎么讲？他其实应该有做很多功课啊。你看他这个其实录得很随性，不过基本上他应该是有稿子的。他其实也有做很多功课。那这个也有非常非常多人看。那主要就是其实因为我也是今天才看到，刚好这个审判结束，所以想说也可以顺便跟大家聊聊。然后如果你们不知道这个案子的话，也可以稍微去看一下，算是一个怎么讲世纪级的审判。好了，那感谢大家今天收看，我们之后再见，拜拜。